Alright, welcome. This light is really fucking bright. But since the CIA is fucking up my camera, I need the light to stay shiny. Gonna go over some fucking sports today. Why the fuck am I fucking in the sky? Let's go over some sports. Let's see. Let's start off with the World Cup. The World Cup is coming around. I don't fucking know the history because was it 2 World Cups that we had France versus Argentina in the finals? And it is fucking impossible with AI, with Elon Musk fucking a motherfucking Optimus robot. It is still goddamn impossible to find a simple search query on the internet, on the AI. It is fucking impossible to find simple search results that you're looking for. I've never tried to ask Alexa, will you fuck me? Ask Google, will you suck my cock? I've never tried that. But if I were to ask Alexa and Google, would they give me coherent, relevant results? I don't fucking know. I don't think so. Because they can't suck my dick because they are fucking speakers. So I don't think they can give me coherent results either. But nonetheless, I will try to find out the World Cup winners from the past. Fucking impossible. Fucking impossible. But I'll try. Give me 15 minutes. Let's try this. List of World Cup finals. List of World Cup finals. List of World Cup finals. So I got a map of Stockholm, Moscow, Munich. Very relevant. Then I got a world map of Johannesburg, East Rutherford, Pasadena, Mexico City. Pasadena, that's where Big Bang Theory is filmed that I'm watching currently. Rio de Janeiro in 1950. Also very relevant. Let's see. 1930, Uruguay versus Argentina. Okay, also very relevant. So I got to scroll all the way to the bottom to get to the recent dates if I don't want to think about 1930, because I came here to ask about 1930. Okay, and I got it. Okay. So Argentina and France. Okay, now listen to this. Argentina versus France. I don't remember who fucking won. It was Argentina versus France. A.E.T. Okay, 33 AET. Now, I'm a fucking big stan of Wikipedia. I am a big hardcore stan of Wikipedia. So I know off by heart that AET stands for at every transsexual. So Wikipedia tells me 33 at every transsexual, at every transvestite. 33 at every transvestite. And then 42 pen. Pen stands for penalty. I hope. So 42 pen. I don't know who got the 4, who got the 2. Was it Argentina? Okay, let's say it was Argentina. So Argentina beat France in the last World Cup. Before a very, very previous World Cup, France also went to the finals and beat Croatia. I watched that game in Cuba. France beat Croatia 4-2. 2014, which is a fucking generation ago, Germany beat Argentina 1-0. I think I remember that as well. I definitely don't remember 2010 when Spain beat the Netherlands in South Africa. I remember the World Cup was in South Africa, but I don't remember Spain beating the Netherlands. I don't remember Netherlands ever making it to a World Cup final. Other than 1974, in which they also lost to West Germany. So you got France back-to-back, Croatia, and Argentina, of course. The other thing I tried to look at was the most recent World Cup table, and I couldn't find the fucking table because I'm on the ESPN website and I've clicked now 5 different links, and all of them lead to the exact same web page. But not everyone can afford software engineers. Not ESPN with trillions of dollars can afford software engineers. I mean, there are no software engineers interested in sports either. That they're willing to pay for. So I'm just gonna click on their broken website and just keep clicking. Oh, now we're going backwards. Now it's giving me less data than my previous clicks. Oh well, let's try a different website instead of ESPN. I wonder, do the analysts on First Take and ESPN shows on ESPN TV, radio and network and TV, primetime television, do they have to get their data from the ESPN website? I wonder. Because that must be a fucking headache if they got to get their data from the ESPN website. Now, the ESPN app, it got good reviews. I can't say because due to the wonderful, beautiful politics of North America, ESPN is banned in Canada. They've gone full American, full bald eagle, full Louisiana, Kentucky eggs and chicken breakfast, and they don't want any Canadian dollars. They do not want a single Canadian penny. So ESPN is not available in Canada. It's also not available in Serbia. I tried to get it in Serbia, so that was kind of expected. But I thought I would be able to get it in Canada, considering it's got such great reviews, and the entire North American sports leagues are based in the USA. So I thought I could maybe access ESPN to watch my Canadian teams in the USA. But they don't want any Canadian dollars. They only want Louisiana chicken eggs breakfast at a steakhouse. So I can't access ESPN. Can't say too much about the app, about the streaming, about the sports. But I can go to their website, which is a piece of abominable fucking trash. So let's see. I'm just going to go right into the World Cup rankings then. Limited info. Let's see. Argentina is ranked 1. Now, I can't say based on their fucking game history if they should be ranked 1 because they won the last World Cup, but it was all the supporting cast. It wasn't just Messi. They had Angel Di Maria, who had a resurgence like a phoenix. Angel Di Maria Angel Di Maria played better than Lionel Messi, and he used to be a big stud at Real Madrid. He used to be the stud of the century at Real Madrid, and then he disappeared, and then showed up and single-handedly won a World Cup for Argentina. Assists, goals, everything. Now, Spain is number 2 ahead of France. Why the fuck is Spain number 2? Spain always eats shit all the time. France is number 3, when France should be, in my opinion, number 1. France lost to Argentina in the finals on penalties. The final went to penalties. Mbappe scored twice. Griezmann was playing. Pogba was playing. Dembele. Yeah, my opinion, France is 1, and nobody else is coming close. England at 4? Has England ever in their history ever won a World Cup? I don't think so. I don't think England has ever won a World Cup. Oh, in 1966 they did. In England against West Germany. Okay, in 1966, England won a World Cup in West Germany. In England. In England. Okay. But they never win fucking international competitions. But apparently they are 4th in the world today. Listen, if you are going to a sports book and you are betting money on these results, don't use this crappy table as a reference for who you're going to bet for. Don't vote for Spain and England in the top 4. Definitely don't vote for Portugal number 6. Croatia at 10. Croatia just made it to the finals and the semifinals in the last two World Cups, and they're at 10. Behind Belgium, behind the Netherlands, behind Portugal, behind England, behind Spain. Because Croatia must be in the double digits because they are Slavic. They are Slavic. They were part of Yugoslavia. They were partners with Serbia. And they are not allowed to be on any global website that is Canadian, that is fucking English. They are not allowed to be in the top. They are just not allowed because they are a Slavic nation. Just like we will find Romania, Serbia, none of them are Russia. None of them are allowed to be Poland. None of them are allowed to be Czechia, Romania, Slovenia, Slovakia. They're not allowed to be in the top 10 of any westernized website because they are Slavic. And Slavic, Balkan, that values family, good culture, good morals, good ethics, and hot bitches is just frowned upon in the school shootings. The school shootings that are in the United States that happen every single day, multiple times every fucking day, every single day for the past 10 years, every day. So the school shooting America, it doesn't have the same shared values as the Slavics or the Balkans because they are terrorists. I didn't say who are terrorists, but either the Americans or the Slavic European Balkans are terrorists. One of those for certain are terrorists. And as we reflect today on 9/11, today is September 9/11, we even though no one was fucking alive back then in 2001 like I was, and I remember distinctly where I was in class the date that it happened. But as we reflect back on the events of 9/11 today, let's just remember that we need to pick who are the terrorists, either the USA or the Slavic European Balkans, Russia, Serbia, Yugoslavia, Slovenia, Croatia. So Bosnia, Montenegro, the Slavic lands or the USA. Who are the terrorists? Think back to 9/11. So that about does it for this world. Let's see Serbia. Serbia is 32. Interesting point. Canada is 28. Canada is 28. That's not bad. Now, I would be bragging really hardcore about Canada because we always fucking rape the qualifications. We rape the qualifications. We raped USA up the ass. We raped Jamaica up the ass. We just rape everybody in our way. Even if you just look at win, draw, win, draw, win, draw. We drew against Ukraine. We won against Ukraine, and we draw against Ivory Coast. We beat Honduras. We beat El Salvador. I don't fucking know, but we always rape the qualifications, and we just beat Romania the first time on European soil that Canada beats a European nation on European soil. 3-0 in Romania. So we always fucking rape the qualifications, and we destroy USA, and we won the Nations League and the North American Cup, and we're the best in North America. We beat Mexico, we beat USA, and we won that fucking Gold Cup tournament. I don't know the fucking name. Gold Cup, United Nations. What the fuck is this bullshit? What the fuck is this bullshit? But we beat Mexico, USA, and Jamaica to win the North American trophy last year or last World Cup. I don't know. And we always fucking rape the qualifications, but when we get to the World Cup, which was our first World Cup ever, other than the 60s, we got hammered. We only scored one goal against Croatia. We lost 6-1 to Brazil. Then we lost 3-0 to Croatia. And then we lost 2-0 to some European team. And we scored one goal, lost 3 games. One of them by 6 goals. So, not a good World Cup. And we had our superstars. We had Alphonso Davies, we had Tajon Buchanan, we had all the fucking Jonathan Osorio, Canadian homegrown talent, and they got murdered. Jonathan David, who was the leading goal scorer and prodigy in Europe, in France, now moving to Barcelona, or where is he going to? Chelsea? I don't fucking know. So we had Jonathan David, we had Alphonso Davies, we had Tajon Buchanan, 3 huge European players. And we got some more European players, and they come play for Canada and shit on the field. Shit on the fuck. Unless it's the qualifications. In the qualifications, we go hard as a motherfucker, and then in the tournament, we shit and piss all over the field. Okay? Basketball's coming up. I'm not going to talk about basketball because everyone knows about the big blockbuster story about former Toronto Raptor Kawhi Leonard cheating, and Steve Ballmer, the owner of Microsoft, in financial money laundering fraud. It's under investigation, but it's pretty evident that it happened. And none of the networks are covering it. Only the underground journalists are covering it because it's a big American scandal, and American scandals can't be let out to the public. So I'm not going to talk about the NBA because also when the Raptors won the championship, they in fact offered Kawhi Leonard he could eat at any restaurant, go anywhere in the city, fuck any bitch for free for the rest of his days if he would continue playing in Toronto. Naturally, he decided to head to California and join the Clippers and never accomplish shit ever again. Except for money laundering and financial fraud. So, well, okay, so we lost one player, but then the whole team left. And then my favorite player, the last motherfucker standing, Pascal Siakam. He loved Toronto more than I love Toronto. He is from Cameroon, made it to the NBA, got drafted by the Raptors, and all he would do whenever he would show up to a fucking Toronto Raptors game is he would, during the national anthem, he would look around the stadium and be like, can I find just one person with my jersey number? One person with my jersey. And he would not be able to find a single one. Couple years goes by, he finds 2 people with Pascal Siakam jerseys in the stands. 2 people. And he was with Toronto for a long time, his whole career. And he finds 2 people with Toronto Raptors Pascal Siakam jerseys. And he calls his dad and goes, Dad, I found 2 people wearing my jerseys, and happy as shit. Fast forward all this time, makes it to the playoffs, wins a championship, and everybody in the stadium has a Pascal Siakam jersey. Shaquille O'Neal, the big fucking frog, goes on what's it called? NBA After Hours, NBA After Dark. TNT on NBA. Charles Barkley, Charles Oakley, Kenny the Jet Smith, the big frog, Shaquille O'Neal, and the white guy, I don't fucking know who he is. And they go on NBA and TNT and they go, the only person I can name from Toronto is Pascal Siakam. So there's another bonus. The big frog knew about Pascal Siakam. So that's a plus. And so Pascal Siakam wins us a championship. Very good. After that, Kawhi Leonard leaves. Danny Green, who just a fucking snitch. Who cares about him? He's gone. The rest of the team starts leaving one by one. And eventually all we have left is Pascal Siakam. Now, the president of the Toronto Raptors, Masai Ujiri, was kind of a controversial figure because he traded away, it was DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. These 2 were Raptor brothers for life for 10 years. And they were our best players, but we never achieved anything. So one day, Masai Ujiri trades away our best player, DeMar DeRozan, who has been like a brother to Toronto for 10 years, trades away DeMar DeRozan, brings in Kawhi Leonard, who wanted nothing to fucking do with Toronto and left immediately after. Brings in Kawhi Leonard and is now a financial fraudster. Brings in Kawhi Leonard. They win a championship. So Masai Ujiri was like the greatest executive in all sports. He won an Emmy, he won an Oscar, he won a Nobel Peace Prize. And he was the greatest fucking Raptor GM. And now he is paid more than Steve Jobs in terms of salary. So he shows up and he makes a trade. We win the championship. Then players start leaving. And then he says his favorite player, he said all this time, his favorite player was Pascal Siakam because he believes he puts all our money into Giants of Africa, this profit organization to help basketball in Africa. So money from Toronto goes to Africa. And Pascal Siakam is from Cameroon. So Giants of Africa, Cameroon, our only African player, one of our African players. And Masai Ujiri really likes Pascal Siakam. So he says, yeah, go Africa. All the players leave. Pascal Siakam's the only one left. I'm like, thank God we got this boy, Masai Ujiri, Giants of Africa. Never going to let Pascal go. Everybody's gone. We got money hand over fist. Everybody's gone. We have no players. Dead fucking last. One player, Pascal Siakam. Masai Ujiri takes the Canadian flag in one hand, takes the African flag in the other hand, puts his head down, and marches and goes like this. Dun, 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 dun. Puts the Canadian flag down, puts the African flag down at City Hall and goes, gentlemen, we are going to rebuild, and gets rid of Pascal Siakam, our last great player. Pascal Siakam is furious, betrayed, and spent his whole life looking for jerseys of himself in Toronto, won us a championship, and Masai Ujiri lets him go. But it's okay because we still have Masai Ujiri, right? 6 months later, Masai Ujiri leaves as well. So his last great act of defiance in Canada was to plant the Canadian flag next to the African continental flag and fire Pascal Siakam and then leave himself. So that happened. And that's why Toronto is left with Scotty Barnes and Grady Dick, the two rookies who come to the arena on skateboards, and MP3 players and Fortnite. So those are our two rookies. And they're beloved, not by Torontonians, but by America. Because America sent us. They're from Florida. So America sent us these guys from Florida to come on skateboards and walkie-talkies and Fortnite and get shat on every game, lose by 40 points every fucking game for years and years and years. 5 years since we won the championship. So that does it for basketball. We talked about soccer, basketball. Don't really give a fuck Raptors. That's why I'm not wearing my Raptors hat, because I'm not wearing the Blue Jays hat, because we're going to talk baseball, where Blue Jays are number one. Basketball, Raptors get shit on. And we lost Masai Ujiri, and we lost Pascal Siakam, because we're in a rebuild, baby. Rebuild. Means just piss shit away. Just break shit. If something's broken, we used to have this announcer. We still do have this announcer in Toronto that says, bend, don't break. Bend, don't break. Now that only applies to the players playing the game. You start dropping buckets, the other team goes on a run, you bend, you don't break. But the executives say, fuck it. We bend, we're breaking everything. We lose Kawhi Leonard, we're firing everybody. And then I'm going to leave myself. I'm going to fire myself. I'm going to fire all the players, everybody that contributed to our championship run, all our best players, all our loyal players. We're going to fire them all. And then I'm going to fire myself and get the fuck out of there. That's the mindset of an experienced GM. Then we got a hockey. Maple Leafs, we made it to the second round. Now, always happens. We're in the hardest division in all of hockey. At first, it was just the Lightning and the Bruins. You know, Lightning won 3 championships in a row, which is impossible to do. Then the Bruins won a couple of championships in a row, and it was like, oh my God. And then Las Vegas came and won 1 championship. But it was always the Lightning and the Bruins from our division. And then we're like, okay, we always lose to the Lightning in the first round. Lightning wins the championship. We lose to the Bruins in the first round. Game 7. Bruins win the championship. So finally, we get fucking Florida. And we lose to Florida. And Florida goes on to win the championship back to back. Florida goes on. So now, Florida is a fucking good team. They got Paul Maurice and all those Russian players, which are not allowed to be mentioned because of their country. Because only Ukrainians play hockey. Russians have contributed 0 to the NHL and 0 to hockey. It's not like a Russian just overpassed Wayne Gretzky to be the world's greatest goal scorer in the history of the NHL. It's not like a Russian did that. It was a Ukrainian that did that. And an Israeli that did that. So now Florida is a good team. And Leafs always make it to the playoffs, always lose in the first round. Very rarely in the second round. And we got our big 4 players that are pussies. Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, William Nylander. They like the stick handle. They like the ditzy daddle. In the regular season, they score a bajillion goals. They score 1,000,000 goals. We get all the points in the regular season. We finish top of the fucking table. Come playoffs, ditsy daddle, ditsy doodle, dipsy pee pee poo poo. Does not work. No goals, no points, no assists, no games won. We get shit on because dipsy dapsy doodle, top 4 players, cannot do shit because people start to fucking pound you. People pound you and finish their checks and block shots and go in front of the net and beat your fucking face in. They just beat your fucking face in the playoffs. And the dipsy dabsy doodle don't fucking work. We don't have a team. We don't have defense. We don't have a goalie. And we get fucking shit on in the playoffs all the time. And we've had these core 4 players that take all our money for the past 7 years. Finally, we got rid of the only Canadian one, Mitch Marner. So, Mitch Marner, yes, he is like 105 pounds, but he's creative at least, and he was Canadian. Where did he end up? In Las Vegas. The Golden Knights. Ah, yes. I sense 1,000,000 point season incoming. Because they have the supporting cast. They're a championship team. Every year they make the fucking finals. They have everybody around them that they need to. They got pumpers, they got beat-uppers, they got hustlers, they got back-checkers. They got a whole fucking system to support his magical hands, his magical creativity. And Mitch Marner is bound to get 1,000 assists next season in Las Vegas. Who has Toronto replaced him with? Nobody. General allocation money. general allocation money. We got some monies, and there's nobody in free agency we're gonna pick up. There's no trades we're gonna do. We are just gonna fucking rebuild. Yeah. All this time we were making the first round of the playoffs, but it's time to rebuild, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to fucking rebuild. Yeah. So that's the Leafs. Nobody ever gets their hopes up. Leafs have not won a Stanley Cup in 40 years. Canadian team has never won a Stanley Cup in 30 years. So, there's no hope. Edmonton. How the fuck Edmonton? Edmonton. You got the two best players in the world. Leon Draisaitl is now the odds-on Las Vegas sportsbook favorite to win the Rocket Maurice Richard Trophy, the most goals scored. It is Leon Draisaitl, ahead of Austin Matthews, our player. So Leon Draisaitl from Edmonton is the odds-on favorite to score the most goals out of every single hockey player on the planet. And then his partner in crime is the greatest player in the history of the game. Connor McDavid. Yes, Connor McDavid. The guy who was in charge of setting up the skills competition at the All-Star game and then won said skills competition at the All-Star game. Now, you got a Steph Curry. You got a Tim Duncan. You got a LeBron James. You got a Vince Carter. One dunks. One takes layups. Michael Jordan takes jump shots. Steph Curry takes three-pointers. Kobe Bryant plays defense. Connor McDavid does it all. Connor McDavid does everything. He passes. He won the passing competition out of all the best players in the NHL. He won the speed competition out of all the players in the NHL. He won the stick handling competition out of all the players in the NHL. And he won the accuracy shooting competition out of all the players in the NHL. So this guy is nicknamed McJesus for a good reason. He single-handedly takes the puck, beats everyone, scores the goal. But he loves to pass more. So he gets more assists. He spins around, puts the puck through his legs, puts a finger in his asshole, wipes the shit off his asshole, and then flings the puck and the piece of shit to his teammate, and they score. And that brought them to the motherfucking Stanley Cup Finals. Twice in a row. Loses to Florida. Who's got no superstars. Just a collective team effort. So if you got McJesus, Steph Curry goes to the finals, wins. LeBron goes to the finals, wins. Kevin Durant goes to the finals, wins. What else we got? Giannis Antetokounmpo goes to the final, wins. Nikola Jokic goes to the finals, wins. The best players win in the finals. McJesus with Leon Draisaitl goes to the finals back-to-back, loses against the same fucking team, Florida, back-to-back. So you learned, and everybody said, we learned about them. We learned from facing them in the fucking finals. We learned their team. And they lost again and again. So there is no shit coming out of Canada. But, 60% of the NHL is Canadian and Russian. Hardly any Americans. So all the championship rosters from the best teams are made up of Canadians and Russians. So it's in fact Canadians and Russians winning the trophy just not in fucking Canada. Which leads us to baseball. Baseball. The Blue Jays won a trophy in 1992. And check this out. Once again, hardest division. We are always in the fucking hardest division. Why are we in the hardest division? Now, on PTI, on fucking American talk shows, they say we are a weak division. We are a weak division. Why are we a weak division? Because last place in our division is the Baltimore Orioles, who are known to be the top team in the world in certain years, recent years. The Baltimore Orioles, sitting last in our division. Then we got the Tampa Bay Rays, who are also known, just like the Tampa Bay Lightning, to be world. Weren't they the world fucking champions? Because I swear, people said Tampa Bay Lightning, world winners, and then they said Tampa Bay Rays, world winners. So Tampa Bay Rays, definitely a good team. Second last in our division. Then we got the Blue Jays, who are first in our division. And you need 5 teams. So who are the other 5 teams? Is it the Twins? Is it the Royals? Is it the Guardians? Is it the Mariners? Is it the Rangers? Maybe the Athletics or the Angels? Let's check the National League. Is it the Mets? Is it the Marlins? Is it the Braves? The Nationals? The Reds? The Cubs? The Cardinals? The Padres? The Giants? The Diamondbacks? Are these the last 2 teams in our division? What about the motherfucking Yankees and Boston Red Sox? Ain't that some original 6 teams? Original 6 teams. The Boston motherfucking Red Sox and the New York Yankees. What about that? What about that? Every year, do you think the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees are competitive? Are they rich as fucking hell? In baseball, where there is no salary cap, do the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees attract the top talent? But Blue Jays are first. Blue Jays are ahead of both of them. Blue Jays, 83 wins, 62 losses. Yankees, with the best hitters in the world, 80 wins, 65 losses. Red Sox, 81 wins, 66 losses. So Yankees, Red Sox, best players in the world. Blue Jays are fucking first. Blue Jays are fucking first. Now, ain't that ecstatic? Ain't that ecstatic? Because Toronto teams are known to fucking wash the regular season, and eat shit in the playoffs. So I know, we're gonna get washed in the playoffs, but live in the moment. And where are those beautiful Los Angeles Dodgers? Los Angeles fucking Dodgers. 1 win lower than us. One more loss than us. And they got Shohei Ohtani, the Japanese billionaire, for 1 fucking season. Gave him $1 billion for 1 season. And now, the Dodgers. They're in a tough division. They got the Padres. They got the Giants, who are about 500 Giants. Then they got the Diamondbacks, who are a very formidable franchise. The Arizona Diamondbacks. They are not there just because of an oil-funded CEO. They are there because they are a formidable franchise, the Diamondbacks. And then they got a record-setting team. a record-setting team. The Colorado Rockies. They set a record for most losses in a season. 40 wins, 106 losses. That's their division. So, can't ever talk shit about the Dodgers because they are facing some of the best teams in the world. Some of the best teams in the world they are facing. In fact, they just beat the Rockies last night, and Shohei Ohtani did his thing. So can't put a fingerprint on the Dodgers. Can't put a fingerprint on LA. It's blockbuster games, blockbuster fan experiences. Only 2 teams have more wins than the Blue Jays. All right, my voice is done. So, eat a bananitsa. You got hockey, soccer, baseball, basketball, Toronto style. Leave a comment, share, tell a friend, fuck your wife, fuck a duck, fuck a goose, eat a rat, and stay classy, Toronto.